Hey everyone, today we have to talk about something crazy. Nintendo's pricing for the Switch 2. We're looking at $80 for Mario Kart, paid upgrades for next gen versions, and charging for tech demos, stuff that PlayStation and Steam give out for free. And the weirdest part? They hid the prices in their direct. Why? Well, maybe because they know people are going to push back. Let's break this down. So Mario Kart World, $80. And not just for physical, the digital version is also $80. No resale, no cartridge, but the same price. And if you're in Europe, well, we've seen some reports of places charging $90, and that's just getting ridiculous. Yes, there are bundles that save you $30 to $40 depending on the deal, but let's be honest, that only works if you wanted those other games anyway. Otherwise, you're stuck paying full price. Remember, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe launched at $60 and barely ever dropped in price. So if Nintendo keeps this same strategy, $80 might be the new normal. And then we have Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is $70, and honestly, that's not bad. It's a brand new game, it's not a remake, and that's actually the standard pricing that people have kind of agreed to now. We've seen PlayStation and Xbox move to $70 for big first-party games, so this isn't very shocking. But here's the trick. Because Mario Kart is $80, Donkey Kong kind of looks cheaper by comparison. Nintendo might be setting up that price gap on purpose. So here's something interesting. Nintendo is moving toward paid next-gen upgrades. If you already own a Switch game, you might expect a free upgrade for the new system. But Nintendo is going a different route, asking players to pay for next-gen versions of older titles. Now, to be fair, PlayStation and Steam Deck do offer free upgrades for some games, but not all. Plenty of PS5 titles require a paid upgrade or even a full repurchase. So Nintendo isn't alone in this, but fans might have hoped for a more generous approach. This isn't totally new for Nintendo. They've done things like paid DLC for Zelda and limited time re-releases like Mario 3D All-Stars. But this time it's about performance improvements, not extra content. It'll be interesting to see how well this goes over with fans. One thing that stands out is that Nintendo is charging for tech demos. PlayStation and Steam Deck let you test next-gen hardware for free. Nintendo, on the other hand, is treating these as premium experiences. Now, before I get too critical, it's worth remembering that Nintendo has always done things their own way. Whether it's their online service, virtual console, or re-releases, they tend to approach things differently. And honestly, Nintendo fans have shown time and time again that they're willing to pay for high-quality content. But still, charging for a demo to me is unusual, and if these are more robust, polished experiences, like a small standalone game, it might be more understandable. Hopefully they give players a way to try these things out without committing to a full purchase. One thing that caught a lot of people off guard is that Nintendo didn't show game prices in their direct. Was it an intentional decision, or are they just waiting for the right moment? Usually they announce their prices up front for big releases. This time, silence. It makes you wonder if they're still finalizing details or gauging player reactions before committing. Here's something to consider. Nintendo once swore they'd never sell hardware at a loss again after the Wii U struggled. If the Switch 2 is expensive to make, they might be balancing things out by raising game prices instead. And let's not forget, they've raised hardware prices before. The OLED Switch was more expensive than the original, and that didn't stop it from selling well. If the Switch 2 delivers strong performance, people might be willing to pay a premium. The launch lineup is always a big deal, and this time there's no mainline Mario game on day one. That's a little surprising. The original Switch launched with Zelda Breath of the Wild, and that was a huge part of its success. The Wii had Twilight Princess, and even the 3DS had a Mario game at launch. But what's different this time? More third-party support. Nintendo has built stronger relationships with developers, and that could be a huge win in the long run. If we see games from Capcom, Square Enix, and even Western studios launching alongside Nintendo's own titles, this might actually make the console more competitive. So, is $80 the new normal? Are paid upgrades and tech demos a sign of the future? Or would Nintendo adjust based on player feedback? They've changed course before when the players spoke up, so we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.